Hello everyone, Roberto here for another video review. This time we have the Milka triple caramel, or triple caramel flavour. Well, I'm really looking forward to this. I mean, look at this. Basically, every row is 3 different caramel types, I guess. You've got your cream, well, your liquid caramel, I guess, your runny caramel, your sort of creamy caramel, and your crunchy caramel. So, ooh, yes. That looks very nice indeed. So, and by the way, they've got, judging from the wrapper at least, they've got this sort of different sort of look at the top as well, so you can tell the difference. So you can see that different design on the top of the chocolate chunk. So very much a fan of that, and very much looking forward to it. It's a UK bar, I believe, because it says 100% Alpine milk chocolate in English this time, rather than German, which my previous ones have had. But it's still got the same lovely sort of nice purple Milka wrapper there. And you've also got this shiny caramel sunrise, I guess, I don't know you'd say, and it looks like to be, possibly could be the Alps there as well. This is Alpine milk, Alpine milk chocolate, so quite a good use of doing that, I think, or maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I don't know. I could believe that was what they were intending. So yes, it looks very nice, really. I think calorie-wise, I think it'll probably give you per quarter. Yeah, so it's so basically, it's basically a quarter. So one row is 22.5 grams, and the whole thing is a 90-gram bar. So one row, which is one row of these, is essentially 119 calories, 6.7 grams of fat, 4 of which are saturates. So not too bad. So I believe that's right. Just doesn't seem quite right, that, really, because I guess it's quite thick, actually. Yeah, I thought there must be more than, because basically if it's a quarter of the bar, it must be more than 4 of those rows, but they're quite thick feeling on the inside. They are quite big chunks from feeling it. So yeah, nice. I think it's a standard Milka size, so probably 18.5, just about, roughly. Okay, let's give it an open. So it's one of Milka's flow wrappers, which I like. So it splits down the middle. I've got a bit of a cold today, so I do apologise if my voice goes every now and again. Well, before I forget, let's give it a quick measure. So I might get a bit excited in a second. So it's probably about 15.5. 15.5, which is generally what Milka seems to be. So we've lost about 3 centimetres. But yes, look at that. It's quite nice, that, doesn't it, really? I mean, I'd say there's quite a lot of gap, between the chunks, you would say, wouldn't you? A noticeably big gap, I think you would say. You can see like a sort of tram line effect there as well, where it's the different, where the chocolate gaps are down the middle. So I'm not sure what to think of that. I mean, there's a lot of filler, I think, a noticeable amount of filler. But obviously, it is 3 different types of caramel. Maybe it's a bit harder to get them together in a closer way, maybe. So we could give them the benefit of the doubt for that. So each quarter, there's a convenient divider. You can see that sort of line there, that split line, I guess you could say it is, just down this row here, in each row. So there is a line there, so I can measure that. So it's about 4.75, I think, centimetres, and the width of this bar is about 7.5, just over maybe. Right, so I think it does look nice. I like the different effects. Judging from the front, I think we can say that the swirly one here is the runny caramel. This one's the sort of creamy caramel, and this one's the chewy caramel. So you can see you got a whole line there. You could split it down one side as well, couldn't you, really? So obviously it's not meant to be done that way, but you could just have 4 of those and have 4 of them and 4 of them. But obviously for the review, split it this way. Okay, so it breaks quite easily, but as you can see, you've got a big sort of table of sort of chocolate surrounding it. So yeah, I don't know, bit of a shame that that's the case, but maybe it can't be helped. So I'm going to split these in half so we can have a look at them. So I think we've got the runny caramel little one here. There we go. So yeah, quite runny, I think you'd say. Not too bad. Does seem to be oozing out slightly. And then I think we've got the creamy one here. So there we go. Yeah. So when I say creamy, it's like a solid cream. Like a mousse maybe, I don't know how you'd call that really. A fondant, I'm not sure. And I've got the crunchy one, which was yeah, harder to cut, with a sort of crunchy, a big crunchy piece there. Presumably there's more in there somewhere. Yeah. Okay, so right, which one should we start with then? I think let's start with the runny one. I think. Yeah, it's threatening to ooze out there, isn't it? So you would say there's a lot of chocolate around there, isn't there? You know, there's definitely a lot of chocolate there. Probably enough filling, I'd say, though, so not too bad. Okay, let's give it a go. Well, a lot of chocolate. Not really much cream there, not much liquid caramel. So much so that it's really hard to describe the caramel that much, that well. It's okay. I don't know. It just was there wasn't much caramel at all there, to be honest with you. So it was quite difficult to really give you a massive description of it. It just came and went very quickly. It was nice though. It wasn't unpleasant, but it was very short-lived. Tasted a bit of a bittery caramel. Let's try again then, shall we, with another chunk. It's okay. Well, not the best runny caramel I've ever had. I say it doesn't really taste of much. I mean, it's too much chocolate maybe there, I'm not sure, the caramel's just too bland, I'm not sure. Got a slight bitter taste, not overly sweet. Yeah, it was quite nondescript, I'd say, really, for that. But okay, let's try the solid, or the moussey caramel cream. Let's try that one. Very creamy. Perhaps not overly caramel in flavour, to be honest with you. Tastes more like a sort of cream, as in cream. Quite sort of I wouldn't say a sickly taste, but getting that way. I wouldn't say overly taste of caramel. Maybe there's a slight taste of caramel there, but it was more of just a sort of vanilla, or a sort of vanilla-ish cream. Not sure. Not overly bowled over that one either, really. I don't think it was very much of a caramel taste, as I say, and it was kind of a bit sickly, a bit of a sweet, sickly cream. A bit too creamy for me. Okay, well, let's try the solid one then. Hopefully this redeems it all. Definitely a crunch there. Not too bad. I think in this bar's problem though, there's too much chocolate. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a cold at the moment, sorry about that. There's too much chocolate, I think. And the chocolate itself is quite a creamy chocolate in this one. It's quite a sort of a very creamy chocolate. It's noticeably creamy. I don't know why that is over perhaps other chocolates, but yeah. And it's perhaps just detracts a bit from the caramel flavours you've got. And yeah, I think that's the problem really, and also the fact that you don't get too much caramel either, or whatever, or filling in the other ones. So the runny caramel one is a bit disappointing because it's so short-lived. It really is here and then gone in a second, you know. I was a bit disappointed with it, and it's hard. It was so much so that I couldn't really even describe it to you until I had another bite, and there wasn't much to describe really. So a bit disappointed with that one. The creamy one didn't really taste of caramel at all. I'm going to give it another bite. Maybe slightly, but more taste of just one of those sort of creamy fillings you get sometimes in some chocolate, you know. And it's a bit of a sort. It has a sort of catches on your throat. It's a bit too. Not sure what the word is. Maybe just a bit too sweet, or a bit too sickly sweet, I guess. It doesn't taste enough of caramel for me. Maybe it tastes of caramel more than anything else, but to me it's just a bit of a creamy taste, and kind of melts in your mouth as you eat it. But it doesn't really do much for me, to be honest with you. And the crunchy one, well, nice. Probably the best of the three, I think, for me. Slightly taste of caramel, I think. Yeah, not a massive caramel flavour. Probably because it's just, again, overshadowed by the strong creamy chocolate taste. There's probably just about enough crunchy chocolate pieces in there, but to be honest with you, I could do with a bit more, I think, and then it would be just about right. So again, a bit lacking on the filling. I think, to sum this up, I'm a bit disappointed. There's too much chocolate with it, really. Yeah, there's too much chocolate. Yeah, too much chocolate, I think, and not enough filling. And it's just it just doesn't stand out enough. You've got 3 different caramels here. You think you'd be inundated with caramel sensations, but you're just not. It's very very disappointing. I don't know how they've managed that, really. Yeah, real shame. Yeah, really disappointing. As I say, to have 3 different caramels, you would think would be in caramel heaven here, but you're really not. You're more in just a sort of creamy milk chocolate heaven, to be honest with you. And I would say, and it's probably the milk chocolate here is the time when the Milka chocolate is a bit too of that creamy chocolatey taste. It's too creamy for me, really. Some of the Milka chocolate's not like that, really, and I can enjoy it quite a lot, but in here, yeah, just a bit too creamy for me. I don't know why they've done that. I'm not sure if in other bars it's the same, and just for some reason I can't tell. But in this one, it's definitely prominently a very creamy, bit sickly sweet chocolate. A bit too much for me. And as I say, the caramel is kind of really not really there at all, even though you can see it taste-wise. Yeah, a bit disappointing. So yeah, a bit very disappointed with this one. I was expecting quite a lot. And then, as I say, you've got a real problem of just too much chocolate. You've got these big lanes of chocolate here, and there's enough chocolate anyway surrounding the fillings, on these little chunks. You don't need this extra chocolate at all. So yeah, a real missed opportunity here, and I think a brilliant idea, definitely a brilliant idea, and I love the presentation. I love the different look of each of the segments. You can see, for the crispy, the sort of moussey one, and the runny caramel. I think they've done a really nice job there, but unfortunately the execution just isn't there to live up to it, really. So yeah, real disappointing. Yeah, I think it's still a nice bar and everything, but I think, based on what it should be, and the fact there's other ones out there that are nicer, I think probably 2.5 out of 5. I think it's probably a bit lower than it should really be comparably with other ones. It's not an unpleasant chocolate, so really it should probably be a 3 out of 5. But I just think the fact that what it is, what it promises, and what it actually delivers is very disappointing. And I think if you got this, you'd probably be quite disappointed, actually. So yeah, so I think I'm going to reflect that disappointment in my score and not give it a 3 out of 5 and give it a 2.5 out of 5. So yeah, very disappointing. Yeah, a shame, a missed opportunity, definitely. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed that review. Please like my videos, follow me on Twitter, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. And please leave a comment or 2 as well if you fancy. It would be lovely to hear from you. Okay guys, take care. Bye for now. See ya.